knight. Hello.
Hello everyone, this is Grandmaster VAR AKOBIAN and I'm here with my student Jonathan Marketing, and now we're going to take a look at the game played in a GM section of the St. Louis tournament. In this game, we have Jennifer Yu playing with the white pieces against FIDE Master KRETCHETOV. And this was actually a crushing victory for Jennifer. So let's take a look at this game. So it started out with c4 again.
More
English, more English. And
like
it is, yes, e5, the pure English has happened. So now we play g3, knight c6, the classical line. And more or less normal. I mean, this early d5 is very interesting. You can also play d3, but white decided to put a knight on d5 to just make sure black never plays the move d5. So normally, black usually removes the knight and plays c6, but he didn't do that yet here. Bishop d5. I don't know if I like this move. I feel like this is just not the right concept here. So I think the best play is to play knight d8, knight d2, c6, and if you go back, it's just the game goes on. You know, black maybe plays bishop h3. It's about a roughly equal position. Okay, so. But taking on d5, I don't like this approach because now you lost two bishops. And once again, in this tournament, it seems like we see a lot of people giving up their bishops, you know? And then they end up being in trouble.
That's how I played until I met you.
Yeah, you can't do that, guys. You gotta appreciate your bishops. You can't just give your bishops away. So now we have knight b4, queen b3 putting pressure, queen b5, and now it's very concrete play, but it's just not gonna work because white already has a winning advantage here. King e2, defending against knight d3, and now a6 is played. Idea behind a6 is when a3 is played, you can just take back knight bd5. But now a4. This is not the best move. The best move here would have been simply to play e4 to protect the pawn, and then after a3, guess what? The knight is simply trapped. No matter what you do, you're going to be basically losing a piece here, or like bunch of pawns. Like, just going to be losing a lot of material here. So this is a really big problem here. But Jennifer played a4, attacking the queen, queen b6, and bishop d2. Another option is to try to play a5, for example. You can do that as well. a5, and here rook c1. White is still significantly better, but again, could have been almost winning. You know, winning a piece with the early e4 right here instead of the move a4, because you want to just reserve that a3 for trapping the knight. So again, still a very, very large advantage. So let's continue. g6 is played, and now simply take. If you take back with the queen, after the exchange of the queen, Jonathan, the c7 pawn is dropping. So you're pretty much forced to take back with the pawn. Now look at that move. Look at that move now. Rook c4 now, piling up on the weakness on b4, threatening to play rook b4 and rook b7. So what to do? c5 is played, trying to defend, but now take. En passant, and now take the pawn. Now you're down a pawn, and this bishop still putting a lot of pressure. So it goes queen a8, rook b7. Activating the rook, and now there's a beautiful threat. Bishop t6 check, takes back, queen f7 mate. So that would be just absolutely brutal. For example, h5, check. King cannot go anywhere, have to take, and guess what? That is checkmate.
Some Nakamura stuff.
So he played bishop f7, and now same thing. Boom! Bishop c6 check again. Can take knight f7. So it's not quite a checkmate, but it's just a significant material advantage. And now knight f3. I like this move. Just catching up on the development. Getting ready the rook into the game. White is 2 pawns ahead. Complete domination. Yeah, that bishop takes knight in the opening mistake by KRETCHETOV is just costing. See the light squares now? So bishop f6, now rook e7. When you're ahead, simplify the position. Takes, take, and now rook c1. Look at this, 2 extra pawns, no compensation, and the game ended very shortly. Rook is coming to the 7th rank. Rook a8, queen a2. It's very nice to put a queen here because you protect a4 and also b2, and you're still eyeballing. You're still eyeballing the queen f7 idea. If the bishop is, and now look at this. Look at this. It seems like you can take the knight, but if you take it, queen f7 is a mate. So you can do that now. Queen f7 is on top. So now he played h7, and now 3rd pawn now for Jennifer. And now you cannot go away, you're losing the bishop, so play it here. And now a5. And this is a
check.
really nice move because now you also
check.
have the a4 check. So king d8 probably would have been the only move, but then white can just go rook c2. But here, black just blundered the mate check, and he had to resign because you can't go to f8, and if you go here, it's going to be a checkmate. So crushing victory for Jennifer Yu here against strong FIDE master. And the main lesson is you can't be giving your bishops in opening. Guys, bishops are too valuable. If you take the knight here, it's just going to be consequences. The consequences, he takes back with the pawn, and you're in trouble. Yeah. So that's why you cannot give up your bishops. Very, very important to do that. Okay, instead just go not to do that. So instead you have to play knight d8 and then play c6 and try to remove the knight from here with a roughly equal position, maybe tiny bit better for white, but overall, you know, you have a normal game here. You know, you're just fighting. Yeah. So and the knight will come back to e6, knight g6, bishop e7. So again, don't give up your bishops, guys. It's a very good lesson, and there was a crushing game, really well played by Jennifer Yu. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be back with more coverage from St. Louis GM North Tournament shortly.
Thanks,
See you soon.
Thanks, everybody.